The clan MacLea is a Highland Scottish clan, which was traditionally located in the district of Lorne in Argyll, Scotland, and is seated on the Isle of Lismore. There is a tradition of some MacLeas anglicising the names to Livingston. Thus the Clan Livingston Society's website also refers to Clan as the Highland Livingstones. The current chief of Clan MacLea was recognised by Lord Lyon as the Co-Ob of St Muluag, and the hereditable keeper of the great staff of St Muluag. Origin of the names MacLea and Livingston. There are conflicting theories of the etymology of MacLea and similar surnames, and they could have multiple origins. The name may be an anglicisation of MacLea Igh, meaning son of the physician. In addition to MacLea, the Gaelic language surname MacLea Igh is also anglicised to McKinley and McNulty. The leading theory today, however, is that the name MacLea is derived from the patronymic Mac Dunchlea, meaning son of Don Slea Igh. In 1910 Niall Campbell, 10th Duke of Argyll, maintained that the surname MacLea evolved from the name McConley, which was originally Mac Dunchlea. By the 18th century the standard form of the name had become MacLea or other forms with similar spellings. This is largely a distinction without significance, though, as MacLea Igh is a nickname surname which was given to the Mac Dunchlea by the indigenous populations in both Ulster and the Scottish Highlands, and which was eventually adopted as a substitute surname by the Mac Dunchlea themselves. The Mac Dunchlea royals were also one of Ireland's ancient hereditary medical families. The surname Livingston is derived from the place name modern Livingston, which is in West Lothian, Scotland. Livingston was in turn named after an individual named Leving who appears in the early 12th century in the charters of David I of Scotland. This Leving was the progenitor of the powerful aristocratic Livingston family. There are multiple theories of the origin of Leving. In the mid-17th century, James Livingston of Skirling, who was of a branch of these lowland Livingstons, was granted a 19-year lease of the bishoprics of Argyll and the Isles. Sometime before 1648, James Livingston seems to have stayed at Chanduan Castle on Lismore, and it is thought that around this time that the surname Livingston would have been adopted by MacLeas on the island. Descent from Dunchlea. The Duke of Argyll wrote that it was possible that the eponymic progenitor of all the MacLeaves of Lismore may be Dunchlea, son of Adh Allan O'Neill. Adh Allan was the son of the Irish Prince Anrothan O'Neill, who traditionally is said to have married a princess of Dalriata, inheriting her lands of Cowal and Knapdale. Anrothan in turn was the son of Aodh O'Neill, King of Ailch. From him the family would ultimately descend from Niall of the Nine Hostages, High King of Ireland, who reigned in the 5th century, although the O'Neill dynasty actually take the name from his descendant Niall Glundub, a High King of Ireland living 5 centuries later. Dunchlea is also thought to have been the common ancestor of clans in western Argyll, including the Lamonts, the Macewens of Otter, the McLaughlins, the MacNeils of Barra, and the Maxweens. Dunchlea Chada. An alternative and the modernly accepted theory, however, is that the MacLea descended of Rua Iri Mac Dunchlea, the 54th Christian and last king of Ulidia. The Co-Obs of St Muluag are proposed to be closely related to the Rigdamnaya royal family of Ulster, and the use of the name Mac Dunchlea to be a proud reminder and declaration of that fact. According to Byrne, the Ulaid Rigdamnaya alone used the name Mac Dunchlea. So for instance, when after 1137 the Dalfiatic kingship was confined to the descendants of Dunchlea Mac Chada, the Rigdamnaya set themselves apart from the rest of the family by using the name Mac Dunchlea. Francis John Byrne, Irish Kings and High Kings, page 128. It seems as though Ruairi Magdalene was the last king of Ulidia, dying at the end of the 12th century. Rory, son of Dunsleeve, is number 54 on Ohart's roll of the kings of Ulidia and described as the last king of Ulidia, and its 54th king since the advent of St. Patrick to Ireland. In Irish pedigrees, the stem of the Dunlevy family, princes of Ulidia, Ohart says Tuamac Timrach. The 81st monarch of Ireland had a son named Fiach Fiamara, who was ancestor of the kings of Argyll and Dalriada in Scotland. This Fiach was also the ancestor of MacDunshlibuno anglicised Dunlevy, Dunleaf, Dunlop, Livingstone and Livingston. According to Dr. O'Donovan, descendants of this family, soon after the English invasion of Ireland, passed into Scotland, where they changed the name. Livingston and MacLea DNA Project. In 2003, a DNA project was established to compare the y-DNA of males bearing the different variations of the surnames Livingston and MacLea. The project aims to find a blood link between the so-called Highland Livingstones and the Lowland Livingstons, and to investigate the various origins of these surnames. Many male lines have been identified, including those of Dr. Livingston, a clan member, and the chiefly line of barons of Batchwheel. Considering the above-mentioned theories about the possible origin of the clan in Ireland, it is relevant to report that the clan seems to have no male line with a DNA signature associated with Uí acute ill families in Ireland. Apparently many Irish families with Magdunshlieve surnames such as Dunleavida have such a DNA signature. Co-ob of St. Maluag. St. Maluag was a Scottish missionary and a contemporary of St. Columba, who evangelized the Picts of Scotland in the 6th century. According to the Irish Annals, in 562 St. Maluag beat St. Columba in a race to the large Isle of Lismore. The 19th century historian William F. Skene claimed the Isle of Lismore was the sacred island of the Western Picts and the burial place of the kings, whose capital was at Barrigonium, across the water at Benderloch. The co-ob, or successor, of the Sant was the hereditary keeper of his pastoral star. The Great Staff of St. Maluag, or Batchwheel Moor, is thought to be the 6th century Saint's Crosier star. The Batchwheel Moor is a planed wooden staff that is about 38 inches long. There is evidence that the Batchwheel Moor was at one time covered with plates of gilt copper, of which some remain. On the 21st of December 1950, on the petition of Livingston of Batchwheel, the Lord Leon, King of Arms, ruled that Livingston was the co-ob of St. Maluag. Livingstone's ancestor Ian MacMull Morvicavir appears in a charter of 1544 as with keeping of the great staff of the blessed Moloch, as freely as the father, grandfather and great-grandfather and other predecessors of the said Ian. Since Street, Maluag was the founder and head of 3 schools and several subordinate monasteries. He is viewed as a sovereign lord by the Lord Leon, is his successor. The co-ob is viewed as a sovereign baron and is granted a unique cap of maintenance of gules doubled vair to place in his coat of arms. History. Despite claiming ancient heritage, the clan was not formally recognized by the Lord Leon until 2003. The first clan chief of Clan MacLea to be recognized was William Jervis Alistair Livingston of Batchwheel. In 2003, the late chief represented the clan as a member of the Standing Council of Scottish Chiefs. William Jervis Alistair Livingston of Batchwheel died in February 2008 and was succeeded by his son Niall. Civil War and Jacobite risings. During the Scottish Civil War of the 17th century, the Livingstones remained loyal to the crown and as a result their estates suffered. firstly at the hands of the Scottish Covenanters and later at the hands of Oliver Cromwell's parliamentarians. During the 18th century, the Clan Livingston supported the Jacobite Rising of 1715, and as a result the titles were forfeited. The MacLeas fought in the Appin Regiment at the Battle of Culloden in 1746. Donald Livingston, Barnamuy Lyn, Morven, was of the Livingstones of Achnacarry. Benderlochen was 18 when he fought at Culloden, saving the Appin standard. Clan battles: Battle of Ballinarbroig. The Battle of Ballinarbroig was fought between various northwestern Highland clans from the lands of Ross, against the Earl of Ross and his followers. Though the date of the battle is obscure, what is known is that the rising consisted of the Clan Dewar, Clan Talvai, and Clan Leiva. The Munros and Dingwalls pursued and overtook the rising clans at Ballinarbroig, where a bitter battle ensued, fed by old feuds and animosities. In the end, the MacIvors, Macaulays and MacLeas were almost utterly extinguished, and the Munros and Dingwalls won a hollow victory, having lost many men including the chiefs. Achnacarry, 1557. The MacLeas of Achnacarry were almost wiped out, losing 80 men supporting the MacDougals of Lorne against the Clan Campbell of Inverore in a clan battle. MacLea Manuscript, Highland Papers, Volume IV, 1296–1752, 3rd Series, Scottish History Society, pp. 94–103, Dunaverty, 1647. Many of the Clan MacLea seem to have been killed when they took the side of the Clan MacDougall against the Campbells of Inverore, a conflict exemplified by the Dunaverty massacre, placed prominently at the top of the second column of a list of those massacred at Dunaverty, 1647. Supporting the MacDougalls were these MacLeas: Ian Ian VC Indui alias MC Onley, Dunslam VC Onley, and Ian Monley, his brother. Clan Profile, Crest Badge, Clan Badge and Clan Chief Crest Badge. Note: the crest badge is made up of the chief's heraldic crest and motto. Chief's Crest, a demi-man representing the figure of St. Muluag proper, his head ensigned of a circle of glory, or having about his shoulders a cloak that, holding in his dexter hand the great staff of St. Muluag proper, and in his sinister hand a crosslet fiche azure, and in an escroll of the same this motto: Croc Ingeil. Chief's motto: Croc Ingeil. Note: this motto, a slogan, is derived from a Pictish burial mound behind the chief's house at Batchwheel. Chief's motto: Nimi Mars Uraindhomh. Note: this motto is said to be a play on words of the unrelated Livingston's heraldic motto, Sijapui. Clan Badge, the flower of the grass of Parnassus. Clan Chief: Niall Livingston of Batchwheel, Baron of the Batchwheel, Coab of St. Muluag, Abbot of Lismore, Tartans.